I want to ask you, what's the hardest challenge you feel like you faced in doing the community work, whether it's the disaster relief or just boots on the ground touching different people?
I think everything that just come with it. But I mean, you know, when you built for it, you deal with it, man. I've dealt with making so many people be insecure and be like, oh, I do just as much as him, or oh, I don't do it for the cameras, and oh, he's just doing it. It's like, when you even go to think of that, you gotta think, if I was doing it for the camera, I'm doing it 25 years straight. If that ain't consistent and that ain't showing you, because what people fail to realize is, bro, when I'm doing this, bro, our life be at risk. Like when you doing that stuff in that flood, like it may look funny, it may be cool, but bro, it's a lot of people that don't make it back from that. You know what I'm saying? Whether it may be they may get drowned, whether it may be everything from gators to snakes, especially when I go help Florida. I remember, man, I was helping the neighborhood in Florida, water up to our waist, man, and we're going down the street. That's what I got the big monster truck for. Going down the street, and we picking people up. We taking them from out the neighborhood to get them to dry land. And this lady, she was moving with her husband. He was kind of older, but she ended up leaving. As we come to the neighborhood, she left to go get help, but he stayed back. And when we got back, the man was never found again. And come to find out, he ended up losing his life to an alligator in the neighborhood. So it's just like man, that stuff be real serious. You gotta, not to even put business out there, but like you even gotta think, man, even with the relief game, it even got to a point where it took a toll on even Mr. Rogers' health. So a lot of this stuff really, while people can sit back from the house and say they would have did this or they should do that, they don't really realize, like, and that stuff can beat you up mentally, physically, spiritually. You got to think, man, me doing what I do, that take away from my kids, that take away from everything else I got going on. And most of the time, when I have albums coming, it just so happened to be during hurricane season, whether it be the summer or the end of the year. So guess what? When I'm dropping an album that I may have a bunch invested into and people in need, I literally stop what I'm doing, stop the opportunity to make money, stop the opportunity to feed my family, to go out there and be for others. So not only do that stuff be costing you your physical, even financial, bro, you know how much if you can just calculate how much I give out, how much I help people, it's like, I don't think nobody want to spend that type of money. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for people to sit up and be like, oh, well, he doing this, he only do this or that, like, man, I tell people all the time, bring your ass out here with me. Like, I really want to show you what that is. And I want to see if you can, not even being funny, I want you to see if you really can stand what we do. You know what I'm saying? And stay there as long as we do, because you got to realize when I'm out there in the middle of tornadoes or anything, bro, we sleeping in my truck. Like, we ain't got no hotels, they ain't got power half the places we go to. So man, when people go to really just understand how serious that should be, that it'll make them want to go rethink, like bro really put his life on the line for a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, you know, get frustrating, but even then, when you get to a point where I'm at in growth, all right, homie, where I'm at in growth and just leveling up, it's like you got to get to a point where you just become unbothered. You got to let the silence, you know what I'm saying? Let the silence around you get more loud to where I'm blocking out the noise. Because, man, these days, everybody live for validation through social media. Social media ain't real life, bro. What you may hear and see on the internet is not what you're going to get in real life when people come face to face or when they see certain situations, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. So I want to ask, you know, over the years, of course, I've noticed many business endeavors for you. Before we jump into that, I know you got these shoes here, man. We got to talk about these right
Night
here.
Runner, so this is crazy, right? Like, they my slides. So the reason I did this, my homie Omar, right? Omar is responsible for who created Yeezys, you know, a lot of stuff with Adidas, Nike. He created the NLE Chopper duck boots and all that. And it was just, I felt like that was something that needed to be done. You know, of course, it's more for the youngins with the look of it, but you know, I've always been able to blend in with them anyway. But I felt it was important because everything that I do is representation of Houston. So anything that I experience or any win I get, I feel it's a win for us as a whole. And to think to be aligned with somebody who created Yeezys, to take them where they are, created the duck boots to where we have our own here. That's only one pair. We have 3 pair that's out right now. 3 different. Yeah, so a lot of times it'd be hard for people to keep up with the stuff I got going on.
Yeah, moving a million miles a minute, guys. So let's talk about where we are right now. We're at Smash City Burgers. Is this another endeavor?
Yeah, I got a little stuff in with this. My homie Fozzie, you know, he in the background or whatever. I met Fozzie, man, and he was at one of his food trucks. And you know, I'm just one of the people, man, I naturally just show people love, and it just automatically, they embrace me a certain way. So I would always go over there, man. We go through that late night. He'd always make sure, whenever I'm coming in from the club or whatever, hey, stop by, I'm sending food on with you, for you and the kids. And you know, he decided to venture off and do something new. So, you know, I feel like, you know, it costs nothing to support people, man, you know.
Right.
So I'm here frontline for it, and of course, ideally, you know, I'm a monster when it comes to business. So yeah, we probably got a few things in the works. You know, I definitely got that. Just remember goat packs. I'm not even gonna tell you what that is, but just remember that's probably gonna be one of the biggest things. That I just became a partner, and I have equity in my own tequila called Produso. That launched, it actually was launched during Trae Day, so all the celebs that came had it and loved it. I just haven't had time to announce it, but the announcement is coming, so that's been back since July. It's one of the top-end, high-end tequilas. Getting ready to shoot another movie. You know, we got the movie Soul out right now. Working on my new cartoon. A lot of people don't know I did a partnership with me and Martin Lawrence, so I got that going on. Of course, the merch, I always do the merch. I've been focused on working, something that people don't know, I give you a little insight. I'm working on trying to lock in an emergency children's shelter for the kids, you know. A lot of times, man, a lot of these kids get lost in the system, you know, and then even when they lost in the system, they don't really have family that can come get them, so now they're just forced to be moved spot to spot. Right. So, you know, we working on trying to do that so we can have a safe place for them to stay, you know, at least for the time being, because you can't really stay inside a home that long. But my goal is to do a home and have the kids experience how my kids experience stuff, instead of having a home where it's like, here, go lay on this mat, let me give you a quick peanut butter and jelly. Like, no, I'm embrace them and show them love in the right way, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that may make a child not want to give up. Like, people don't know it's a high rate of suicide with a lot of these young kids right now. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes they just need that big homie or need somebody to tell them, hey man, it's all right. Hey, I love you. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Definitely working on that stuff, and I got so much stuff going to the point of course, you know, my company Bumpbox. Yeah. We took the game by storm 2 years in a row. You see us on Super Bowl. If you look in the Barbie movie, we in the Barbie movie. You look in all kind of TV shows, we all over. So I got a lot of different stuff going, man.